Hello, hi. It is right at the hour when I was announcing that I will go live today and talk about sleep and movement. These are just some really key things for our immune system, for our body, for our health, for our wellness. So let me see who can join us. It is Friday. Sometimes those are busy, and for that reason, you will get the replays. You will have this available to you. So let's let a few people join. Let's see. All right, here we go, guys. All right, we are on day 5. Who has been here with me Monday through Thursday? And here we are on Friday. Give me a shout out. Hi, Kim. You are off work today. I'm so glad you could join us. So there have been four days of packed information. If you have missed it, the replays are in the group. They're on YouTube. They are there for your availability. And yes, Kim, I'm so glad you could be here. But the videos are there for you. So those of you who are joining today, because it is a convenient day and you've missed some, play catch up over the weekend. Just tons of good information. I love pouring into you. I love giving you that information. All right, we've gone over food reactions. We've gone over ideal weight. We started though with how to heal our gut, all right, and how the gut is that center focus for everything. It is very important to look at our toxins and chemicals and look at detoxification, but toxins and chemicals over the last several years have really been we've really focused on our environment, which is amazing because if you don't start somewhere, you're never going to get anywhere. But we have to look at the toxins and chemicals that are going inside us, going into our gut, and really affecting that GI system. So when you are buying food, again, I mentioned like being able to look at your meat and say, what is in this meat? Is it full of hormones? Is it full of antibiotics? We know what antibiotics do to our body. We just oftentimes don't relate that to our food. So if you can buy from a local farmer, please do. If you're local around me, in that day's video, Brenda had commented and given us a tip on a local farmer. If you're not in this area, go find your local farmers, support them. They need your support and your love just as much as you need them. We do not want the quality to go away. And I will tell you that the economy that we're in right now, I can get meat from a local farmer cheaper than I can get it from the grocery store, just because of the production process and the demands that are on just getting our meat into the stores right now. So healing the gut, looking at those toxins and chemicals, looking at the food sensitivities, how is that affecting today's epidemic of allergies and asthma? Please pay attention to the root cause of how you can help yourself and those around you before you settle on a diagnosis. Sometimes those are important, so to help us like catapult ourselves or give us that jump start to where we need to go. The jumper cables I have mentioned of just being able to give our bodies a boost. When we talk about a boost, hormones. What do we need to do to boost our hormones? And today, sleep and movement go directly hand in hand with yesterday when we were talking about hormones. So stay with me because it all comes full circle today. All right. Today is the day when I talk about making those lifestyle changes that can help you in all of the areas that we have discussed. I hope I've laid down some rules and let you know, kind of not rules, but some guidelines and some areas of importance that perhaps you had not thought of before. Now you can prioritize how to allow your body to work appropriately and how to serve it better. Everything's very vital as we move forward into our health and wellness journey, but how are you sleeping? Are you going to sleep at a decent time and getting the rest that is needed for your body to heal? Are you going into REM sleep? or not. We are not healing if we're not going into a deep sleep and staying asleep. I have mentioned histamines and how that affects our family. That histamine dump between 2 and 4 in the morning, if your body's not able to handle that, it can make you wake up quickly and make you just disturbed in your sleep. But how are you moving? How are you moving throughout the day? Are you active? Is that, allowing your body to get into a sleepy cycle? If you're a mom, you may be exhausted, but there are some habits that us as mothers tend to do after we put our babies to bed that hinder our sleep cycle. They cause it, make it hard for us to fall asleep. And I want to talk about those things. Are you moving enough to flush toxins out of your body to reduce inflammation? So movement and sleep are equally important. I want to make sure that you have enough energy to function throughout the day, to be the person that you want to be, to make the decisions that you want to make, to show up and be the person that you can for your friends, your family, your colleagues, your employer, whoever is around you in life. I am going to mention lots of nutritional tips to help you with sleep and movement. We're going to talk a lot today about blood sugar because I didn't get to touch on that as much yesterday as I wanted to. And blood sugar is a huge thing for me. I grew up with a lot of fainting. I've had stitches in my head. Like blood sugar spikes and drops have been very... I guess prevalent in my life. My brother was diagnosed as type 2 diabetic in his 20s. I always felt mine was low. My daughter's is low. Can be very hereditary, but what is that underlying root cause? Is it really hypoglycemia? I have fixed hours, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can accept that diagnosis as like a long-term thing now because what I had accepted as normal, we have learned how to manage and pretty much put in remission or reverse. I can see that I have tendencies, and that's what we'll talk about too. What is the right level of blood sugar for you? Or the right amount of sugar? What can your body handle as far as carbs and sugar? That's different for everybody, and that's why this individualized plan is so important, to allow you to look at you and what works best for your body, but not best for the general population. When blood sugar is out of balance, there's tons of instability in our body. Tons, not just blood sugar, but it knocks everything off. It causes us to be fatigued. It causes belly fat to build up, whether it's high or low, it doesn't matter. Okay, so belly fat, because when it's not stable, your body's under stress. What happens under stress? Our estrogen increases. What happens at that point? Our body's maintaining fat around the belly, around the midsection. It all has to sync up. There's a lot of infertility and brain fog that are related to blood sugar instability. Again, yesterday in talking about hormones, I mentioned how 7 years of unsuccessful pregnancy was hard on our family because I had a huge desire. And I had to get my health and wellness on track before that was a success for me. Blood sugar could have contributed to that infertility because it was messing up my hormones. It all goes hand in hand. Exhaustion, hot flashes. If I eat something sweet, really after lunchtime, I can get it back on track during the day with higher protein, but significantly in the afternoon or at night, I will wake up in the middle of the night and sometimes have to change my shirt because not only the hot flashes, but I just cannot handle that. I'm sweating at night, and so if you're having hot flashes, is it hot flashes? Is it hormones? Is it blood sugar? Is it all of the above? Probably yes. Okay, all of the above. Let's look at it. Mood swings. When your blood sugar is not stable, you've got bad mood swings. You've got irregular cycles. So let's look at how we can support our hormones, and sleep is so important for that. I also want to talk about You know, are your adrenals again? Are your hormones supporting the adrenals? Is your sleep supporting the adrenals? You don't want to get caught in that vicious cycle. But what diet is right for you, and how many carbs can you handle? Are you eating too close to bedtime? I mentioned what happens to me. What type of cycles do you see? What happens when you're eating that late at night? What happens when you're eating sugar? Do you guys see any, trends or cycles? Or is there too much instability right now to not be able to visually see that direct effect? That was me, okay? I had too much going on that I didn't see that direct effect until 5-6 years ago. Even though I had gotten it stable, say 13 years ago for pregnancy, it was still not something that I focused on a regular basis. So I still had, too many things that I was disrupting my hormones, okay, with lack of sleep, lack of blood sugar stability. So let's look at how, I've mentioned the coaching program that I have to offer you through this workshop at a discount. That coaching program takes you all the way through looking at a very comprehensive plan of how every system in your body can get supported. Not just the gut, not just the hormones, not just the immune system, not just the endocrine system, but everything. All right, putting it all linked together so we can look at your body, what you need, what your plan is, and get that personalized plan for you. I do not want you to be struggling with fatigue, with sleep, with your hormones, and etc. So we learn to understand that our bodies were created for wholeness. They were created for wellness. They were created for perfection. And what we have done through nutrition, lack of nutrition, our body is not absorbing appropriately, is broken that down. So we have to support it the same way we support the car, the same way we put gasoline in the car and change the oil and change the filter. That is your liver. Okay, we've mentioned the liver, the filter, and changing that oil, making sure everything's functioning properly. If your knee is hurting after you go and run a 10K, that is a warning sign that there is inflammation there. All right, stop, don't do it. If you keep running the 10K, you're gonna get some major, major pain. Same thing goes on in your GI system. All right, if you're having pain, if you're having bloating, if you're having constipation, it is time to stop. Time to stop and ask yourself why. Why is this happening to me? When you get answers, you're gaining confidence, okay? Confidence toward long-term and sustainable results. I do not want to keep you guessing any longer, but you have to learn to manage the fight and the flight mode of our society today. We are constantly in busy mode. Even if you're by yourself, even if you are in charge of your schedule, most people on this call, most people in this workshop are tied to a cell phone. All right, you're tied to even it ringing with telemarketers. I had one earlier, like just 15 minutes before this, as I was preparing to come into my office to give you this today. I'm looking, going, what is this? But I answered it just in case, okay? We're constantly being dinged and pinged. All right, the last few years of society right now is full of judgment, and we have to learn how to handle that fight or flight mode. Taking care of our bodies is the best thing you can do. All right, you've been going to the grocery store, you've been going out in society, and whether you wear a mask or not, you're being judged one way or another, because somebody else is not doing the exact same thing you're doing. The judgment has gotten out of control. Maybe it's whether or not who's taking the vaccine and who's not taking the vaccine. Let people be people. Let people be individuals. And you need to have the education to make that confident decision to let the judgment go. Okay, and that's what I want to say to you is maybe that seems extreme in talking about what we're going through, but our body has been under so much stress that going to the grocery store and buying groceries does not need to be a controversial topic in your head, okay? It can be like you're questioning yourself. Should I do this? Should I do that? Da-da-da. You're judging yourself, okay? There's enough of that going on right now. Let's stop judging ourselves. It's so hard, but you deserve to know how to treat your body with perfection. When you are in that fight or flight mode and you're feeling stressed, your GI system is shutting down. All right, it's going, your digestion is shutting down, your hormones are shutting down, your immune system is shutting down, your clarity of thought is suppressed, and you can't make wise decisions. That is the benefit of coaching. That is the benefit of having someone hold your hand. I would have never gotten to where I am right now if I had not had a person I could reach out to and have those consults with, to go through medical records after records after records and say, hey, what should I ask next? Where should I go next? Because when you're under stress, that clarity of thought is suppressed. All right, so what does movement look like for you right now? How much movement are you getting on a daily basis? What kind of movement are you getting? What's right for one person, and I'm saying it again, what's right for one person is not right for you. It's not one for all. Okay, we can't all fit into this box. Not everybody needs to run. Not everybody needs to walk. Not everybody needs to go to the gym and lift weights on a hardcore weights. Let's just, some are into yoga, some are into biking. It's what works for you. Okay, what does movement look like for you right now? Are you getting some? Or are you getting none? All right, so let's talk about how that can help you. Because when you think about movement, you can think about your personality. Do you like crowds? Or do you like quiet and solitude? Does your time of activity need to be your time of quiet, and by yourself? Or does it need to be your time of getting out of the house and mingling with others because you're working virtually from home by yourself and you need that interaction with people? Start there. Start there when you think about movement and when you think about how it can bring satisfaction to everything else in your life and boost the serotonin, the happy hormones in your gut. Like, let's look at how we can help that holistic view of who we are right now. When I began this journey, I mentioned that I was overwhelmed in taking care of others. Like, I was overwhelmed with just showing up every single day. Inside my own home, it was a job. All right, it seemed like a job to wake up and know what to do for the health of my family. If you're in that stage right now where you're helping others or even helping yourself and it seems like a job, maybe you need to go outside and you need to walk with some relaxing music. You need to find something enjoyable. You need to find a book that's on tape. That was something that I did. I found books that were on tape. If I was stressed about a particular topic around our health journey, then I would find a book on that topic and I would go run. Although I was still listening, it was decreasing my stress because I was increasing my knowledge. All right, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to increase your knowledge around all those areas that are stressing you out. But don't do it alone. Don't be like the queen of Google and feel like you've got to guess again at what to decide. But I would find books. I would find books and I would go for a walk or I would go for a run depending on the day. I found myself running longer than I had ran before because I would want to finish a chapter. You may be that person. You may be the person that you're overwhelmed because you're making decisions all day and you need to cut your brain off. In that situation, maybe something like Orange Theory would be good. They're all over. If you join a membership and you're traveling, you can go to another one. But then there's a time your body needs a rest, okay? And that's where sleep comes in. If you have the choice between going and exercising or getting sleep, I'm going to tell you to get your sleep. because you can get your exercise while you're shopping. You can get your exercise cleaning your house. You can get your exercise doing those other things that you feel are absolutely necessary for you. Gardening, doing yard work. You know, it's a full picture here, but you have to have your sleep. You have to have your sleep for your hormones to replenish themselves. So don't ever think that I'm saying go to bed, you know, at 11, wake up at 5, go to the gym, hit it hard. You know what that's going to do? That's going to hurt your adrenals and it's going to hurt your hormones. There are times that you've got to take a break and take a rest period and get your hormones back in balance, get your body back in balance. I'm actually at a point where I had been out of the gym for over a month and I've lost about 6 pounds. Okay, so you may find yourself, I was at that point. I was at that point of stress. I was at the point of, if I had to set my alarm clock and get up and go again, I was like, oh, now it may be muscle weight. Some people might say that, but my clothes feel different. I feel good because I'm getting sleep. So take breaks. Listen to your body. The sleep is so important, but it has to be a package. You know, we've talked about other stuff this week, and today we're just focusing on the sleep, but I can't talk about sleep without talking about hormones again, because there's your hormones replenish so much when you're sleeping. Your master hormones, okay, you've got to master your hormones like melatonin, serotonin that's forming in the gut, dopamine, GABA, all of them. Let's master those hormones. And when you do, the insomnia becomes a breeze. It basically disappears. So that's why that's why I focus on all of the topics, but I know coming in and treating your body from the ground up and from the root up, we're going to quickly hit all those areas that you're concerned with. You don't have to tackle them one at a time. It's going to all fall into place. It actually falls into place a little bit better than a puzzle because they're so interconnected. And everything inside starts working together without you having to put forth the effort of looking to see what puzzle piece to pick up next. But I do like to use, you know, it is like a puzzle. I mean, it all kind of comes together. It's just easier. So the saliva test, or, you know, any other hormone test that we find that is best for you, I love the saliva test, it helps determine what hormones are possibly triggering, like your autoimmune disease. All right, that is a huge contributing factor to autoimmune, is our hormones being out of balance, our blood sugar not supporting our hormones, or, you know, it's one to another. It all has to kind of sync up at the same time. But with us women, we're constantly on target, okay? And it's said that 70% of us have trouble sleeping. So you're on here with other people and you're not alone, okay? So we just need to find out how to support your body, how to balance the sleep with lifestyle hormones and food reactions. All right, food reactions will go in, and that toxic shock in your system will allow you not to sleep. I've mentioned how an excess of histamines can cause you to have to wake up at night, because that's when things are supposed to be replenishing and balancing out. And if they're not, then it's not working. Sleep is so important to help you lose weight. All right, I've already mentioned that if you have a choice between getting good sleep versus getting up and going to the gym and hammering it hard, you need to get your sleep. Like, put that on the priority list. Schedule your exercise in other areas of your day. Try to alter your schedule so you can fit it in a few times a week, but it doesn't have to be every single day. It also helps us age slowly. All right, your pillowcase, switch to a silk pillowcase and you will find the wrinkles around your jawline get better. You don't need that cotton up around your skin. They actually say it's easier to that it's best to ditch the pillow completely. I have a very difficult time with that. So I'll tell y'all what I have done after, you know, doing some work on sleep is I have a water pillow. So if you've never heard of one, let me know. I will send you a link. They are not, you know, the one I like is about $45. They're, you know, range from like $40 to $80. And I love my $45 water pillow. You can put as much water in it as you want. It does have like a foamy side to it. So, but when you do that, it just gets the right consistency. And I do find that your head mold, obviously your head molds to it a little bit better, but it's like a water bed. But those are some tips on sleeping. But sleeping also helps you prevent cancer. And it helps you perform at a very high level because you are alert, you're awake, you're ready for the day. When you sleep at the right times, all right, let's talk about time. It's not just any time. And if you're working night shift, you need to like kind of get your body on a different rhythm, because there is a method to the madness, and like we're supposed to sleep at night. So, but times, your hormones are supposed to replenish themselves at night. And I will tell you that hormones do not there's no reserve. So if you're not asleep when they need to come in and absorb and work, you skip that cycle. All right, it's done. There's no coming back. Like there's no reserve. So you just miss that opportunity to replenish your hormones that night. So think about that. Think about that when you're making your schedule for the weekend. Your hormones have to have that optimal time for production and absorption. That's what I mean. They can come in and produce, but if they're not absorbed, they're gone. Okay, there's no reserve. They're not gonna like come in and absorb in the cells later. They're not stored at all. You miss that window of opportunity. All right, so sleeping is so key to sleep, and the most optimal hours to sleep are between 10 in the morning and 10 at night and 2 in the morning. All right, so try to get your sleep in, try to be in bed and asleep by 10, and try to sleep at least till 2. So it's best to go to bed early and wake up early. Early to bed, early to rise. All right, there's huge benefits in that. And like I mentioned, like the aging, being able to let your hormones produce and absorb appropriately, just super, super good for all those repair mechanics that have to go on in your system. When I talk about the car, you are the mechanic, okay? You've got to repair that body. So the circadian rhythm of light and dark is actually our body's clues for repair mechanism. When it gets dark, your body starts to think, okay, it is time to start producing melatonin. If you're staying awake and on your screen until the very last moment and then trying to go to bed, your body's not immediately, it hasn't already synced up, okay? It hasn't gotten into that rhythm. It hasn't started producing melatonin, so don't be hard on it. You've done it. Like maybe you really need to like start to wind down about an hour before you're ready to go to bed. Take away the screens, cut the lights down. All right, get out a book, start to read. You can then get into a cycle of naturally producing that melatonin, naturally winding down, being ready for that sleep cycle. I know it's hard, okay? I know it is completely hard. I'm like preaching to the choir, but it really is. It's sad to me that so many people are on sleep medication. So sad. It is. One of the most common medications, and what we don't think of is melatonin is a hormone. So if you're taking melatonin, you're telling your body, hey, I don't need to do that anymore. Like you're basically giving your body a free pass because you're going to support it for the rest of your life. It's hard to have it jumpstart back after you've been taking it, but it is possible. So don't let me tell you nothing's possible. There are supplements to help your body come in from the ground and from the bottom up and start producing that melatonin again. So that's something that I'll help you with if that's what you need. But the sleep medications are at an all-time high. And I'll say like hours ideal, but really 30 to 40 minutes. I usually tell myself, okay, I need to, even if it's, okay, so my pattern, my habit is to go in. I go into the bathroom, I wash my face. Like I love washing my face. Who else likes washing their face? Like I love washing my face. The earlier the better, to be honest with you. If I know we're not going anywhere, then I'm like, woo, take it off, put the hair back in a ponytail, just get some comfy clothes on. But if you can get off your phone, that's even better. If you can't and you're, working at night or trying to catch up on school stuff for your kids or yourself, get some blue light glasses. Like, blue light glasses really do help. They came out as even more popular when the kids were all at home on virtual schooling, but it's not a fad. Okay, it's not a fad. It can actually help the brain. Just not have so much screen interaction with the light and help your body get into that circadian rhythm of light and dark and getting ready for sleep. Again, I've mentioned the prime time hours between 10 and 2. Hormones working between 10 and 2, same for men and women. Yes, it is the same for men and women. But those are those prime time hours. Like, they just need to be, we need to have that cycle of being able to get the sleep. So let's talk about your bedroom. I love talking about environment because it just brings, like, if I had enough, I don't know, if I could go back in time and know I would be in New York City or somewhere fancy, I would definitely be interior design. I love interior decorating. I love all that. So then, like, just creating your bedroom to be the sanctuary of your home can give your body the same desire to go into that room and to get into a relaxation mode as it does like when you walk into a massage therapy place. So think about a place like walking into a massage when they've got the music going. They've got the aromatherapy. They've got the, cucumber water or whatever, like, you can make your cucumber water and have it in the refrigerator and have that ready for that last 30 minutes of your day before you go and lay down, and just start producing those habits that are going to get your body in the cycle of going to sleep. But set your bedroom up so you spend 30% of your life in there. All right, you do sleep in 30% of your life. Your bedroom needs to be. My bedroom is typically the last thing I decorate in the house because, guests don't go in there. Kids' friends don't go in there. But simple, simple, simple. It doesn't have to be completely decorated. All right, but put some plants in there. All right, the quality of air is so important in your bedroom. Like, put some plants in there. Make it where it's clean. It's a clean, crisp environment. It's relaxing. The temperature of your bedroom. Now, on a day like today, I don't know where you are, but it's raining here and it's chilly. But the temperature of your bedroom is suggested to be between 60 and 68. I would die, but no, I wouldn't. So we've been trying to go like a degree lower, but this time of year it's hard. But the colder, the better. And let's talk about toxins real quick. With you spending 30% of your time in your bedroom, and if you're, typically the master bedroom is connected to the bathroom. If there's toxins and chemicals in the air in your bathroom, and your cleaning products in there, and your hair care products in there, and that's leaking into your bedroom, you're breathing that at night. Okay, so open the windows during the day. Let some fresh air in. Open the blinds and let the sun come in and kill the bacteria in the air. These are all simple tips. They're free of charge. Nothing, not a plant doesn't even cost much. They have them at the grocery store, but get something like a snake plant even, where you don't really have to care for it because you don't want a lot of maintenance in there. But the toxins and chemicals, even on your clothing, if you're not using the right laundry detergent, can be absorbing in your skin the entire time you're sleeping. All right, so try sleeping naked. That is actually the best thing for your immune system, is not to have the clothes on it, not to have the toxins and chemicals absorbing in it, even the cotton, okay? Your body doesn't want that. Your immune system doesn't want the interaction, and it may even help your love life. Hey, why not? All right, if you're not married or you don't have some, I had to go there for those that are. So the natural fabrics, no polyester, you don't want any of the synthetics in there. Cotton and silk are both good options, but again, your immune system prefers to let itself just air out, okay? Like air out. Sleeping naked is a great way of doing that. You don't want the screens in the bedrooms. That's been one thing that we have never done. Now, we have talked about it a lot over the last 5 years because our kids love coming and getting in bed with us, but we don't have a TV in there. Okay, so, you know, they don't stay long because that gives us a little bit more time in bed by ourselves. But there have been times I was like, oh, I wish we could just all lay in here and watch a movie or something. We just have set a hard, fast rule of not letting those screens in the bedroom. That's not where I have felt that they belong. That's something my mother told me years ago. Like, other things need to happen in the bedroom, but the TV needs to come out. And I have just lived by that rule. I don't know that she was doing it for my immune system or my circadian rhythm or anything else, but that's something that she did say. So during this time of sleep, you want your hormones to have that growth hormone and release cycle. You want your hormones to be able to repair muscles, to decrease body fat, to increase your memory. And it can change the cellular structure of your brain when all of these things are working appropriately while you sleep. All right, that gut and brain connection is huge. So again, breast cancer is a huge risk these days that a lot of people worry about, and quality sleep does help to decrease that risk as well as the risk of other diseases. You want to be able to show up as your best self and not worry about that. Now, yesterday when we talked about hormones, I also talked about cortisol. And there are actually about 70 hormones, although we only hear about 7, but when they're out of balance, they tend to all get out of whack. When cortisol is high, cortisol is really, it greatly affects your sleep cycle. And that's why I bring it back up. When your cortisol is high in the evening, it is very hard for you to fall asleep. So that's one reason I always test morning and night cortisol at a minimum. Is so we can see what's affecting your sleep, what's affecting your immune system, what's affecting your hormones, and looking at those things that are just easy fixes. I mean, just to be honest with you, they're very easy. But I want you to be able to show up again, like in that good mood so you can get the quality sleep. So let's talk about some nutrition that helps you get there. The nutrition that you can use to support your body all day long to send you down the road into that quality sleep. Your dietary habits affect you from the moment you wake up. There's a lot of, interesting things going around about diet right now. When should I start eating? When should I not start eating? And I will say we will talk about what works best for your body, but traditionally you should eat in the morning to get your blood sugar, help balance that blood sugar, get your body moving, get your body aware that it is awake. But that is not bagels and muffins and Pop-Tarts and even granola bars that can be full of carbs and sugar. That is not the way we need to support our body from the moment we get out of bed. We need to support our body with good protein and get it set on a good, steady path for the rest of the day. If you drink coffee, I want to ask you to drink your last cup of coffee at 3 p.m., not after. All right, that is affecting your sleep. You don't need caffeine. Okay, I shouldn't just say coffee. Let's talk about caffeine. But I don't know. I tend to think that hopefully when we're working on our health and wellness journey that we've already learned that sweet tea and soda has to be gone. I understand that there is a time and a place for everything. But for the most part, that is not something that we can serve our bodies with while we're on a wellness journey. So the sweet tea is really hard, and even unsweet tea, if it has that caffeine in it, it can affect your sleep. You need 5 hours before you go to bed. So back it up. If you're going to bed at 8, 3, and so that is a minimum. All right, but it can affect your body for up to 5 hours. You should eat your last meal 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. If you're going to bed on a full stomach, your body is still in digestive mode. And think of it as if one engine's burning, another is not. Okay, we don't have that capability to be burning on both ends. Some of you are fatigued and you've hit that point of exhaustion because you've tried it for too long. but your body and your insides can't burn at both ends either. So you need your body to be able to rest, and you need digestion to be able to slow down at night. That is why sometimes I, will recommend to my clients that we need to reverse our breakfast and dinner, and eating, your largest meal in the morning and then going smaller at lunch, but the smallest at night. That is very common over in our European countries. But at night, if you're going to be coming in late after sports practices and all that, and you need to find something to eat really quick before you go to bed, perhaps a smoothie is the best option, because your body doesn't have to work very hard to break down the components of that smoothie. And your body can go, can digest that faster than if that is a steak and a baked potato and a salad. So look at your food choices if you are eating late at night within that 2 to 3 hour window, because you want optimal time. Oh, and even soup, coming into the cooler months right now, soup is a phenomenal idea. If you're eating within that window where your body needs to be, basically shutting down and not revving up. But you should eliminate processed foods, coffee. Y'all, coffee can be like so contaminated with mold. Please buy quality coffee. The K-cups, the pods are so full of toxins and chemicals, and can really trigger you if you have external allergies and allergy triggers to mold. So be careful what your choices are. Chocolate, I mentioned sodas as another form of caffeine, but chocolate is also in there. Even if you're, the dark chocolates and stuff, do it earlier in the day. And it does in alcohol. Alcohol has so much sugar. It is a horrible choice to serve our bodies with it in the evening. The whole fad of the glass of red wine, at night is the worst. I mean, I can't tell you to have it with lunch or breakfast, but we really need to pay attention to how often we're doing that, because caffeine has a very high impact, and blood sugar dysregulation has a very high impact on our hormones. But caffeine particularly has a huge effect on cortisol, and therefore affects weight control. So if you're addicted to caffeine and you're you're struggling with weight loss, you really need to look at what's more important to you. Set your priorities in the right area. So sleep disturbances is one of the main behavioral effects of artificial colors and additives. So Gatorade, all right. If our Gatorade and those all the sports drinks, even some that they say natural vitamins, it's full of this, it's full of that. Y'all, it's all synthetic. Quality does matter. It's not absorbable. It's loaded with the food colors, the food dyes. It's affecting our kids' sleep. It's affecting how, deep they're able to fall asleep. It's affecting you if you're the one drinking these things. If you're the one drinking Sunkist, if you're the one drinking all these orange, drinks, then it's a double whammy. We have to look at nutrition and what we're serving our bodies with. And it does include like the drink mixes that are, that you put in your water bottle and all these things. It's hard. Okay. It's hard on our system. So beware what you're serving your body, and be realistic. If you're serving it crap, you're going to get crap out. So I am here to encourage you and hold your hand while we're walking our body through this expectation of healing. And, and I'm here to feed you the motivation that the end result is worth it. It is so worth the road that you might have to take to get there. But let's talk about some foods that, I've talked about blood sugar, and oftentimes bananas are full of sugar, guys. They're one of the worst, like 14 grams of sugar in one banana. But a banana has tryptophan in it, just like turkey. All right. So Thanksgiving, where everybody laughs, ha ha ha, we're tired after, everybody's blaming it on the turkey. That's not a ha ha ha, it's a true fact. All right. So the tryptophan in the turkey, the tryptophan in the banana can help trigger you going to sleep. All right. So instead of you picking up melatonin next time, how about you pick up half of a banana? half a banana having 7 grams of sugar is not going to do that much harm to your body as you're going to bed and trying to regulate sugar and build your hormones, but it's going to give you the tryptophan that you need to trigger that sleep cycle. With snoring and lifestyle being the 2 most common reasons for insomnia, food sensitivities are the 3rd. All right, so when we talk about insomnia, you've got snoring, lifestyle, and food sensitivities. But let me clue you in on something. What's causing the snoring? Let's go back to the number 1 cause. I can tell you my husband does not snore unless he eats gluten, drinks beer, or does something that's triggering from the food side the snoring. We used to have the CPAP machine and all this crap in the bedroom with pumps and, lights and, open up airways and to help with his sleep. But as soon as we got our diet right, the food sensitivities right, that number 1 cause of snoring decreased, if not disappeared. All right, because there's times when yes, there's, the nutrition's not 100% the best, and I will hear him snore, and I can always link it back to the food choices. So although it's number 3, we've got to look at the root cause of the snoring and the lifestyle. All right, and you can bring all the other things back to affect number 1 and number 2. So the food sensitivities, again, if you have an allergy, if you have a food intolerance, if you have a food sensitivity, we're going to group that all together, and we're going to look at that as a whole as we run a functional test to really get down to what it is that's serving your body well and what's not serving your body well. We need to stop the guessing. It's time to give your body freedom from all the excuses. All right, when I think about sleep and when I think about movement, all I hear are excuses, not from just you, but from me too. We don't have time to exercise. We're too busy at night to get in bed at a regular, decent time. We're too, we've got this, we've got that. We've got to wake up and, be presentable. It's so full of excuses, but it is time to get real with yourself and where your priorities are and give freedom from the excuses. Maybe that can free you up in some of your relationships and some of your other job responsibilities where you're constantly, because you're too tired, because you didn't make the decision to go to bed, that now you can't show up and be your best. So if you've been on some of the other, the videos from other days, you know that as a result of this workshop, I am offering all of you listening and everybody until November the 1st to get in at a discount into my 6-month coaching program. It is the last time we will see these prices. We are growing. I'm so excited. Business has been good. I've been able to serve people. I have been able to bless families, bless people in their homes, bless their lifestyle, in so many different ways. But I am looking at incorporating, I'm looking at hiring people, and with that comes growth and change. But I want you, because most of you that are here have been following me from day 1. You've been my support system. I want to say thank you. If you're new, then you were sent to me as a referral from one of those supports. So I will give you that same, the same benefit of hanging around and being here. But that 6-month coaching program is at a discount until November the 1st. I have had the opportunity over the last several days to talk with many of you, and I'm still got calls throughout the weekend. So I am just feeling blessed to have you here. I want to tell you thank you, but in return, please reach out. It's Jennifer@jennifernutritioncoach.com. I want to send you an application and make sure that working together is not only right for you, but for me, to make sure that this program is a good fit for you, because I am a very honest person. I do not like wasting your time. I do not like wasting your money. In turn, that causes me to waste my time. And believe me, there's no need for that. Okay. So we have had such an extensive journey in our wellness path that we can have the free first consultation is always free. All right, during that first consultation, between that and your application, if this is not the right path for you, I want to give you a direction that will help you on a path. Like maybe you do need to go some and have some other testing ran, or another, see someone else. But anyway, the long story short is I want to make sure you're a good fit. All right, you've been listening to me all week. Let me listen to you. Let me hear your story. Let me hear where you are on your journey and how I can further help you. But reach out by November the 1st and you will get that discount, because I want to help you find clarity, passion, and purpose around your health journey. I want to give you that motivation. I want to have clarity around what and why. Why are you here? Why are you showing up? What are you looking for? What do you have the desire to change? You may, like I mentioned, I have several clients that came and, they had one area that they were like very focused on, and I do never want to lose that focus in that direction and that priority, but we have to come in and work from the ground up. All right. So I can help you stop putting the Band-Aids over other symptoms that are hiding because they've just been pushed aside, while you look at something that's very on top of the surface that you can see. But we dig down deep and get down into the true results of that functional testing. We reduce the anxiety and depression that comes around with not having the answers, while we increase that education. And most of all, we stop randomly trying new products that are wasting you money. Your sleep and your lifestyle are so much more important than any lotion, potion, and cream. All right, I can guarantee you, my daughter and I have a very natural regimen with our skin, and the full system, I think it's around $80. It's less than $100, and that was very key when we found it, and also more importantly that it worked. Okay, so very natural, very clean. For her, it lasts about 3 months. That is awesome, right? Okay, how much are you spending on lotions, potions, and creams that have gotten you nowhere with your skin because you continue to do the wrong things with your nutrition? Your nutrition will take that need away. I promise you. Your skin will clear, it will be plump, your wrinkles will, it helps everything. All right, so let's try to find out where you're spending money that we can now put toward your health and wellness journey, toward your lifestyle. Stop rolling the dice. Every time an ad used to pop up with that new, we're going to control acne, or you have an acne here, I used to jump on all of it. I cannot go back and get that money back. But I can tell you that it's not needed anymore. All right, so no more Band-Aids, no more shortcuts. Let's get to the true reason, the true underlying reason that's holding you back from that reaching your wellness goals. Reach out, comment below. Let me know what you're looking for. I'm going to do a Q&A session on Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, if you have followed these videos and you've collected questions, please join me. If you've not, go catch up, okay? Catch up with them over the next 24, 36 hours and 48 hours, I guess it is, because it's 2 days from now. I need to learn how to do math, right? I'm just the accountant trying to do healthcare now. But no, I'm laughing at myself. But Sunday at 1 o'clock, come back with all your questions. I want to address those and see how I can further help you to catapult your journey. This is supposed to be, tips to get you on that health and wellness path, and really to give you some information to make some huge lifestyle changes. But thank you for joining me this week. Again, if you haven't seen the videos, go back and look at those. They're also on YouTube. If you don't have any of that information and need more, you need the application to get into the 6-month coaching program, email Jennifer@jennifernutritioncoach.com. And I will send you that information and send you all the links to all the replays so you're not fumbling and looking for that information. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday, Saturday, and I will see you back Sunday again at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time.